Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to From the Depths with me, Lathrix. In today's episode, we're going to be doing a bit of an experiment, less of a building video, more of an experimental video. Now, a few of you have told me, well, at least asked me, about the lovely, where are you? The missile winches, and as such, the actual harpoon missiles you can have. I think the enemy raise them all from the what they call the lightning hoods uses this, and that's how it kind of rams you. And the point of these are, at least with the winch, is that you can bring lighter enemies towards you. And that got me thinking of two ideas. Number one, fortresses, at least from my knowledge so far, can't be moved. Or if they can be moved very, very little, as in almost negligible amounts. Which is quite a big deal in my opinion, because wouldn't that mean, in at least essence, perhaps you could add these winches to literally bring the enemy to you if you have enough missiles. So we're going to bring forth the Pesus, something which I don't think I'll really use ever in the future, just because it is a fortress. Oh, it cost so much for how crap it was. Yeah, Pesus, this is a terrible idea and a terrible design. Regardless, it is a fortress, and that's why I am bringing it forth. I'm just going to delete its top turret. Actually, no, I'm not going to delete the turret. I'm going to delete what the turret's attached to, so essentially it becomes a blank turret once more. Where actually is that turret? Oh god, where's the turret piece? That's the question. P. Oh wait, no. Edit turret. P, so we know where the hell everything is. Hello. Lasers and such. Don't judge the laser system, it was my very first. There we go. So just destroy everything that's actually attached to, which shouldn't be hard, because honestly, not many things are attached to it. And that should release the turret. There we go, yeah, that just released the turret, which means if we just go into math mode quickly, almost said math mode there, pull all, times 10 so it goes away from it. The turret should then fall rather harmlessly to the bottom of the ocean for all eternity. Spawn in the Pesus again, and spawn back on it, which means now, it's still on it. Damn it! God, that was big. Wow. Generally speaking, when you do that, when you pull all, it kind of goes away from what's actually on it. Let's try again. There we go, that's all I wanted to see. Okay, so we've got an empty turret already waiting for us. I think it's also a precision turret, which helps. This thing actually has no ammo on board, but still. So, sure, missile controller straight away, because honestly I don't really mind too much. I wouldn't be putting it on top if I was doing this properly, but this is literally just a test. We're going to be testing it versus something like... something simple. Oh, why am I repairing metal? No, I just deleted that. It wasn't a matter of it fell off of its own accord. I deleted those objects. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to add a new turret. I can't be dealing with bugs and such. 3C turret, precision. And honestly, I know it's not symmetrical, but we could just put it like on the outside like this. Where's west? East, west. So I'm going to spawn enemies on the west side, so let's just pop this here where I can put a weapon controller. There we go. Okay, so missiles, because honestly right now I don't know how this thing works. I have never used a torpedo with a winch before, sorry, a missile with a winch, let alone the harpoon segment, so this is going to be a very new experience for me. I don't know why I want this so high, I just kind of do, okay? Don't judge me. So how do you actually attach the missile winch? A winch block, what's the missile? Seems like you can put it anywhere. But I don't think that's right. I think you have to actually attach it to the thing itself, don't you? Actually, missile block? Well, apparently they're working with both. Ooh, hello. Desired range 0, so bring it all the way back in, and it'll hold it forever. And that's its automatic thing. Okay, that's fine. So then let's just add a missile. So missile block. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. What? Yeah, oh, no, I don't want a missile that big, do I? So infrared seeker, that's fine, but I also want the one turn element to it, and I would very much now like to find out where the actual thing I'm after is. Now, okay, so cable drum. Do I need that? I don't think. Would I actually need that? I don't honestly know. I think I'll add it just in case, because I don't know. Extra, I don't know, harpoon, some cable. Oh, okay, yes, we do need it. Okay, there we go. So we've got the harpoon, we've got explosive there, which I don't really want. Just add an extra fuel tank at the back, but we don't want explode. We could have explosive instead of going to add a fin, which is going to be really confusing. I'll probably cause it to not work. Okay, so there we go. It's got harpoon, fins, drums. So that's now. So they are now harpoon guns. Let's put a weapon controller underneath so we can control the turret. So AI weapon controller. Can it be placed sideways? I can never remember what the limitations are for the weapon controller. It can't be placed sideways. Okay, fair enough. Fair dues. AI. Actually, no, don't need AI, just metal. Oh, because we're editing the turret. Perhaps it could be placed sideways then. Who knows? Many people probably who actually have common sense know. Oh, this is too thick. I did not know that was too thick. Well, that doesn't help. So in that case, we will be putting a 6-way connector underneath it. Then we put the weapon controller above that, actually in the metal itself. It's now controlling it, fantastic. And then we add a receiver on this side. Not quite what I had in mind there. So, yeah, so if we could do this then, so if we have a way, so if fortresses actually can't be moved, and as such then have the lovely bonus of being able to drag things of probably more weight than expected to their death, we could perhaps have one of these things underwater able to drag things to its death using a torpedo variant. But for now, we're going to go as high as we can because, well, that's just what we've got. We actually need ammo barrels as well. We'll put them on top because why the hell not? This isn't exactly going to be a permanent thing. Okay, so this is facing west, so spawn a Sea Viper to the west. Fire when ready. Get a build mode so I can actually watch this thing a little better. Okay. Well, that missed. I'm not sure why it missed, but it did miss. What? Oh, did I replace the... Oops, I'm sure a lot of you were like, Lathrix, you kind of replaced the ability for it to shoot things. Well, one of them's going to hit it this time, so we grabbed it, and we're pulling it in! Oh, how sad is that? Hello, bang. Well, it hurt me as well, but it certainly worked. That was rather mean, honestly. The thing's going to be... What are you... Am I accidentally control... It's like it's trying to aim at that. Yeah, I don't even know. You've actually got the cards as well, so you should be targeting better than this. Why are those two still a thing? Oh, because they're still alive, that's why. So you can have more than one, apparently. Click. And drag it in again. This is a bizarre thing, it must be said. So... Oh yeah, it's going a lot faster the more you have. So if you have lots of missiles... Boom! That's fantastic! Oh, I've got an idea. I have a gloriously devious idea for a ship. So we're going to respawn the designer, and I've already got an idea. So, this is never going to be used, first off. We're just going to use the starter rig. This is going to be, again, proof of a concept more than anything else. Actually, no, we need a new item, because this is going to be a fortress. So, new object, and I want a fortress. Put it here. And we want some metal, because we want some weight to the thing. I'm not sure how weight actually affects fortresses in this respect, but there we go. Doesn't need to be... Actually, no, it does need to be... It needs to be very wide. It doesn't need to be very deep, though. There's the thing. So, prefabs, crappy engine, because, again, I don't really care too much right now. This is just to make sure it actually survives. And doesn't, you know, run out of power instantly. God, these things are bad, aren't they? Like, the more I experiment with engines, the more I realise, yeah, this can be improved quite vastly. So, the idea I'm having, Sir and Strats, is this. First of all, though, we're going to put a controller here, and I want a fortress controller at the back here for me to sit near, just so I can actually move this thing down, if it will. And we want control, and we want a chair. Now, this is how you end up learning things, you know, Sunshine. Just stupid testing like this. This is exactly how you learn things, because I didn't know how those missiles worked. I still haven't got much of an idea, but I have some of the more basics covered. So this thing is going underwater. It's going to be sunk. It's going to be put to the bottom of the ocean as far down as it possibly can. Then it's going to have heavily fought... Oh, then as you go down, it costs engine power. Okay, fair enough. But as far down as it can without having to need more engine power, essentially. It's going to have armoured up missile... engine, new objects, so much thing I have to do, stupid thing, like me do things. Don't like doing things. There. That's more than enough power. Yeah. So we'll have armoured up sections with the missile, with the harpoon turrets there, but they'll be sent. So how do I explain this? The missiles will be covered by armour on top with just a hole for them to go out of. Once they go out of that, they will then proceed to lock onto a target and bring them back. However, the armoured segments around them will be covered in rams. So those lovely spikes. Essentially bringing the ship down into its clutches and then being impaled upon ramming spikes is the concept I'm going with here. So these two sections here and here will house missiles and ammo. Again, this is a proof of concept vehicle, and that's why I'm just using blocks, because it's a hell of a lot faster for me to build. I do know that beams are better, that's why I've been using them, and thus your complaint is negligible. There we are. And as such, let's put them here. Yay! So we want missiles, and we want missile controllers. Once again, we'll probably just be using those poor little Sea Vipers as tests. The Sea Vipers are such good test subjects. They're tiny. And this goes along here. And there we go. And then what we want is missile blocks. So I assume then the winch is what actually brings them back into the moor. You know, bring them back into the ship itself, as I'm assuming. Do we need this many missiles? Yes, we do. No, we really don't. Because that's just going to make us run out of ammo too fast. And I have to have huge ammo storage to do. But that does mean, though, you've got a lot of chances of hitting... Try that again, Lathrix. It does mean, though, you've got a high chance of hitting them, and, of course, once you've hit them and everyone's happy. Oh, my lord, I haven't even attached them to a missile... Oh, 1 second. I'm just going to do this missile system, and I'll be right back. There's no need for you to see me trying to talk and think and build at the same time. I'm remarkably tired and exams are just around the corner. That's my excuse. Okay, so we're back now, and I've actually got the missile systems up and running, and I've also looked into the winch and actually just simply read the description, and it does seem to simply only need to be attached at the connection points. Not every single missile needs it, which is fantastic. So the idea is now, as you can see, we're doing this, and I've already thought of one problem though. If we have both... Ooh, actually, I've thought of a problem. Oh, I thought of a really big problem, which is going to change my entire structure of this design. The problem is, if we have all of these missiles actually hitting, it means that 2 lots of winches are going to be pulling on it, meaning that it's going to be dragged between the two. Now, that's rather awesome, but blocks don't break like that, which means that might end up bringing some to this side and this side, meaning that some will get pulled into the middle and break whatever the hell we've got in the middle. I don't want to change this entire structure. So what we're going to do is just quickly dismantle this section, and we'll simply use this section for ammo storage, which is good. So at least we've got a use for it. So while we're doing that, I'll discuss the idea we're going with now. So we've got that there. We've got some ejectors added to our missiles, which means, simply put, that the missiles will have a bit of a jolt forward, meaning that there's less chance of them getting caught in all the stuff here, because we're still not done. In basic weaponry, there should be something I'm looking for, which... Oh, the drill. Oh, the drill. We could have drill... We could bring them into drills. Holy crap, that would be awesome, but for now I'm just going to go with the ram idea, but that is actually a fantastic idea. Wow, that is actually amazing. But the idea is, as you can see, the missiles are going to bring the enemy into this. Once they come into this, they'll be impaled upon a deathly row of spikes, in which they're just hopefully going to never survive, which will be lovely. Now, that drill idea, however, seems oh my lord, a ramming vehicle which uses the drill segments on the front, attaches to a vehicle to speed itself up, and then that is actually a really cool concept, which I definitely have to experiment in. So we're going to push this thing down. It's slowly going down because fortresses aren't exactly fast at moving. There we go. Press G instead of H next time. Well done. We still need the AI. I guess I'll put it in here. Again, it's all just test. This is all just testing. So this is the second round of testing. This time the underwater segment. Well, at least a little bit lower, so I've got more time to sink. Okay, so we need the AI, mainframe. You know what? We can just put it here. No, can't be bothered. The AI will go here. So we don't need any of this anymore. So go away, go away, go away. Could have just deleted this whole segment, honestly. So the AI mainframe will go randomly here because why not? And then it has a transmitter, which is all I want right now. Next, we want a receiver. No, next we need the local weapons controller. Click, there we go, and then finally the receiver. Okay, so we're going to save this vehicle as, I don't know, more for now. I'll call it more. With odd capitals just to ensure its awesomeness. And then we're going to test it, as always, against one of the poor little starter ships, just because I want to see what happens. So, we're closest to the west, so let's spawn a little Sea Viper to the west. All these missiles are going to fire at once. It's not actually going to fire right now, is it, though? Hopefully. Okay, so, why wouldn't that fire, then? Connected to missile ID. Missile ID is controlling one weapon. Oh, it's because I'm holding it. There we go. Oh, my lord. Those ejectors are a lot more powerful than I thought they were. Well, that was interesting. Well, that's a very scary sight. Well, at least they're actually tracking the poor thing. One's got it. Oh, it's been dragged back to its death. Oh, it's funny. Oh, let's see. No, it's fighting. Oh, I've let go. It's let go. It took too long. Probably because most of them missed it. Can a missile please clip onto... Be right back. I'm going to just remove those ejectors. I've only got one on each. Oh, there we go. Oh, look, it worked. It did actually work. It dragged it into the ram and exploded horribly. Did much damage to me? Almost none. But let's just repair that and try it again. Oh, that was interesting. Okay, so we're back and we have the propeller now. Sorry, no, we no longer have the extra section here, so we're not going to be flown up into the air at 100 a time. Now, there's a couple of things which dawned on me as I was doing a little bit extra testing just then off camera. There's a bug at the moment where the Harpoon lines go invisible, and you can't avoid it if you're using this many weapons. It just kind of happens. And that's still a problem. Second of all, these harpoons are still going to leave the water just because of how close we are to the water surface and the fact that these things are going straight up to start off with. So it's an unavoidable thing. We're going to have flying kind of dolphin shots for now. Again, this is just testing. This isn't at all anything for the future. This is just me trying to figure out how these things work. So let's add this, which is this. We'll add a delay. Now I'm going to add an extra missile winch because I'm fairly certain the missile winches do have a certain effect, at very minimum, a certain effect on how strong the pull is. I'm not sure if all of them actually are taken into account. So we're going to have 2 winches and see if it changed anything. Now, before we did try it versus a Sea Viper, so we'll try it again against a Sea Viper just to see if the guns are working. I think we've put them the wrong way. As you can see, they are still becoming dolphin shots, but at least they're not quite. They're still so high up though. The dolphin shots are awesome. I don't care. We're having dolphin shots. Break the surface of the water. Again, it's just because I thought the one turn element of it would fix that, but it doesn't. Oh well. There they go on their graceful way. We've still got loads of up and down. There we go. When they eventually reach it, though, they do go back to being normal harpoons. And attach. There we go. As you see, the harpoons are still there. And actually, that looks a lot faster than before. I think the 2 winches are having an effect. I can't tell because I can't see the freaking harpoon lines unless I restart the game for like the 20th time, which I've chosen not to. But it does seem like the more missiles doesn't really add much extra effect, so I think it's more about the amount of winches rather than the amount of missiles. Oh, look at this poor thing. Oh, that's so sad. It's been... Oh, don't hit my engine. We need to be lower. Oh, I know what it is. It's because the winch is down here, so it's being pulled to there. We want the winch much higher up, so there we go, learn something else. We need the winch wherever I want to actually hit, so let's just destroy the winch for now, and then missiles, torpedoes, and we want the 6-way connectors. Just pop them here, and have it on replace. Now we are on the outside, which is a little bit worrying. So we're going to go inside and actually just delete this missile here. This missile is no longer going to be fired. So essentially, we want it here, don't we? This is exactly where we want the winch, as close as possible to here. So where is the winch? There's the winch. Click. Let's try again then. There's perhaps one on the west instead. This should hopefully pull it into the spikes this time. Oh, we're firing. Where's the unlucky bugger? There he is. Done, done, done. Actually damaged my engine, how dare you? Well, to be fair, I think we are being rather unfair on our test subject as well, so it's certainly not exactly a fair balance. Really? We didn't click in? Can one of you please connect to the thing? Thank you. It does seem like 2 winches has more power. I really don't think more missiles hitting actually does, though. It seems like the winch has X amount of power regardless, and having more missiles doesn't do much, so perhaps more missile systems. So if we had perhaps 3 missile systems all in this section. Have we accidentally pulled in the raft? We have, okay. Oh, there he is, here he comes. Yeah, this time is much higher up because of the winch's position, so he's going to ram straight into the side of these rams. I hope. And boom. Drag it in again, and boom again. That's fantastic. That is actually fantastic. And then of course, what we could have is like short-range weapon systems all here to finish them off afterwards. Well, we're dragging them to the depths, so that's rather cool. Okay, so let's test out strength. So currently, I'm 99% sure you can't drag in something of much higher strength. Sorry, much higher size, and I know that because I tried it against the Marauder and it simply didn't work. So what we're going to do is we're going to change it now so that the missile systems have different missile controllers, and each missile controller has its own winch, which means we're going to have, I'd say, about 7 winches in action, and I want to see if that has an effect. Because if we're ever going to do this properly, and I don't think we will, but if we ever do, first of all, the entire thing needs to be armoured. Second of all, it needs to be covered in spikes and perhaps drills. Third of all, we're going to need to be able to sink larger ships than simply a Sea Viper, because even that Sea Viper wasn't dragged in exactly very convincingly until it got far, far closer to the ship and it already gained some momentum. So back in a second, I've changed the missile systems yet again. And we are back with a bit of a change to what I was actually going to do. I did do what I said I was going to do, and I changed the vehicle quite heavily so that the weapons were one winch each, and yes, indeed, that was definitely more effective. The problem was, even with all of this, it was still not effective to bring down even the more medium of craft. Vanguards were sunk, but anything Marauder or higher was simply not. Even the more heavy metal ones. But it's dawned on me, what if we use this thing to shoot down aircraft and bring aircraft into the water, and thus make them, hopefully, completely useless? Well, at least that's the idea I've had. So what we've done now instead is we've brought the more above water, purely because the more right now is going to have the issue of how I've set up the missiles. It's simply, I can't put the... Where are they? The lovely ejectors in without making some serious room and space, and there's all sorts of issues right now, so it's best if we just kind of keep it as it is. Now, I'm fairly certain, actually, could we put them like this? And have them facing... Oh, never mind, we can have the ejectors. Okay, so never mind, we are actually going to bring this thing back underwater then, so... There we go, one injector attached. Oh, we can put it straight out. Never mind then. So we can have this thing underwater. Fantastic. We just need the ejectors to make sure that the missiles get out of the water before their thrusters turn on. Well, the thrusters can be turned on if they really, really want to, but it would be a lot easier if we had the opposite. Now let's get back to our seat and sink ourselves down. we're going to be against a very simple enemy, and that's going to be my design of the blue bottle, because the blue bottle honestly isn't very good. The blue bottle is quite slow, sluggish, and a huge target, meaning that it's the perfect example of if this thing could even work. We don't need to be too far under the water just to make sure our ejectors will definitely work. Yeah, okay, that should be everything we need. Let's just put the blue bottle straight above us so it can't start shooting us. So load vehicle, and the blue bottle should be at the top, because it is a B. Spawn it in as an enemy, and load the blue bottle. Well, that was it. Oh, look, the things have finally fixed themselves. Oh, crap, I didn't change all of the systems. Well, that was the whoopsie. Let's just quickly... Whoops, daisy. Let's find the one we actually did change. Or just change this one quickly. So, we need the infrared seeker, and we already have the one turn, and we need to change this to a thruster. Okay, assign to all. The ones from now should work. There we go. And we've already grabbed it with one of them. Could grab it with more. Ugh, missed. That's not dragging it in as any speed I thought it would. Why does it? Oh, of course we can't assign them with different systems now. But the question is, oh no, everything's going to go bad now. It's being shot at. The blue bottle does have quite a nice missile system. It's not dragging it down at all. That's... Wouldn't that have been funny if those hit? That's very odd. It's if it's having absolutely no effect whatsoever on that darn thing. Hello? I mean, you should be dragging us... Yeah, don't release it and just hold it there and drag it back. Does it need more? Is that just simply not enough? Are 2 winches not enough for this thing? Apparently not. Oh, however, that turn was very odd. It was very sharp, and I think it's because of the winches dragging it in. It has, however, straightened itself up, and it's coming in for another attack. Ow, everything hurts. I'm just going to carry on with 2 weapons actually working. Oh, again, almost hitting it. It's like they're not even tight. It's like they're attached, but they're not actually functioning, which is really disappointing, honestly. Look how many we've got attached at this point. Hello and welcome back. So, while we've been gone, I've done a few things actually. We've kind of skipped over what we were going to do. So, originally, I said I was going to make all the weapon systems have their own winch, and I've done that. And I did test it on a ship, and honestly speaking, the results were... the winches definitely play an effect. They were definitely a lot stronger than they were, but it was still not enough to take out even medium-sized ships. It worked against the Vanguard, it worked against Sea Vipers, obviously, but things around about the Marauder size were just not being dragged down. I don't think I'm willing to have that many missiles, so this is how we're going to stick for now. But I had an idea. Why don't we focus on taking the aerial units out of the sky? So all of these now are now equipped with thrusters and infrared radars, and they have the old ejectors back in, so they should be able to have a quick test to fire, yep, out of the water, going into space or going against whatever enemy they choose. Is that following where I don't know where that was actually going. I think it's just aiming because of the one turn thing. So we're going to be fighting something then. So let's make sure we're not controlling it. We're going to be fighting against a blue bottle. That is one of my ships from a while back, one of my planes. It's quite a bad plane, but it's good for its price. So is the blue bottle. There we are, the cheapo blue bottle, and put it on the deep waters guard side. And let's go! Fire the missiles. Hopefully we hit straight. Oh wait, oh, a couple of them did. Why is it so? A lot of them just bounced off, which is kind of bizarre. I think it's just because it was too close. Try again. Okay, what's happening there then? What happened there? Because, well, they're doing it right now. I don't know. Well, we've got it with a lot. I mean, a lot of the things have now been grabbed, but it doesn't seem to be doing much to it. I was hoping to see an effect by now, but oh god, it's actually turning to shoot us. Was that turn a bit sharp? Or was it just me? Well, now is how we're going to see it. Can it drag this thing down is the question. Into the depths. Or even... Oh! Oh, it's... Oh, that was a really horrible... Yeah, look, it's going down. That thing never goes down by itself, so it has been dragged. Yep, it's been dragged into the water by simply slowing it down. Look, it's just not strong enough to even pull it in. Just the engines itself and all the buoyancy is just not... And now these missiles are never going to hit, because they are really terrible missiles. They haven't got enough fins. And the fins are doing very bad. Oh, look, it is being dragged slowly towards it. Well, it did do the job. It's like a net. It's like ensnared it. But against a larger flyer, that would just not work. Yeah, that's not going to... And now, of course... I mean, that's the whole point, just get it into the water. At this stage, these will never let go until those sections are destroyed. So it has done its job. It has essentially took this flyer out of the fight. And honestly, that looks really cool, having always like... Wow, look at that. Like, just netted the thing. I was hoping it'd be a little bit more dramatic, honestly. Okay, I'm going to restart the designer. And what I'm going to do... what I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn in several more Moors. Where are you, more? There we are. Load more. And fire them all. So all of these are going to be against a single blue bottle. And I want to see if the addition of more of them, more Moors, after saying that, will actually have a more dramatic effect, or is it just, or is there some kind of limiter I'm not taking into account here to perhaps stop this kind of gameplay? So let's spawn it a little bit higher this time, or actually, let's spawn it as if it's already went past. That way we won't get hurt by them. So blue bottle, and put it into deep water guard, and go on my fly, go! Oh crap, I didn't say... Okay, 1 second, I didn't save. I didn't save after turning them all into the flying variety. It's the exact same, except for they have the torpedo pieces rather than the airborne pieces. So just back in a second, we'll just set this up again. Okay, so here we are. We have 4 Moors all underwater here, all of them having the ranged version of the missiles. Let's have a quick look to make sure I have actually did that. Because it's been a while. There we are. And yep, infrared, and we have the short range thrusters. Okay, all good. So then, let's spawn in the blue bottle. And yes, I do realise that if I had a delay on the thrusters, it would be more efficient. But right now, again, we're just testing how the hell harpoons actually work. So, spawn in the blue bottle, and have it on team deep water guard. However, this is actually going to be about to shoot us, which isn't nice. Okay, that's a little bit close. You'd think those, wow, that's awesome. All those, harpoons would actually get in the way, but apparently not. Got a few hitting its wing already. Oh, look at that! Oh my lord! What happened there? That thing just went straight into... Was that because it's multiple... Is there a limiter based on how many ships are hitting? Also, we really need to change these to have more fins. This should hit though, I mean that's so far away. Yeah, this is going to be the one. Yoink. And this time it's hardly being affected at all again. Because I think they're both from the same ship. I think it is because different ships hit them. Okay, there we go. Oh my god! Wow, it got glitched. It doesn't seem to work very well with multiple ships. That's got to be said. Let's just change 1 missile on each so they've got the extra fin, because right now I think it's 1 fin each. So sacrifice a fuel thing for you, go over to you, do the same. What the hell happened? The thing is though, it shouldn't let go. All of the drums have the setting to never let go of their target. Oh, there it is. Oh wow, it got rammed into the... 1, 2, 3. Did that just erase one of the Moors? Well, that's glitchy as sin. I don't know what to say, sir and threats. I'm very confused right now. For some reason, we're dragging in the little guy. It warped it to us. What's going on with those lines as well? It's just... That is... Okay, restart designer. Wait, let's try with 2. Let's try with just 2 then. I have no idea what's going on. Can you tell? I have no idea what's going on right now. Okay, so load more, then load another one next to it. Okay, so again, have at least one missile on each, which just has 2 fins. It's like it got dragged at such a high speed it broke how the game worked, like it broke some fundamental physics law or something, I don't really know. There we go, then we'll spawn in another blue bottle, I guess. The first shot will miss anyway, 'cause it's too close, even with those ones. Blue bottle on deep water guard, go. There's the 2 with the more fins, there we go, grabbed. At least time it isn't glitching. Perhaps it's just too many last time. Oh, but it is dragging it back. Oh, so 2 ships are enough. It's trying its hardest. Well, that's weird, but now it's not. And now it is again, because that's not... it's actually trying to stop that turn. Isn't that weird? Is there more of a drag? Oh, I think it's just there's more of a drag when it first hits by the looks of it. So what's happening is when they first both land and it gets taut, it has this horrible fast drag, which for some reason is not breaking it as well. I don't quite get that. Oh, there it is. And drag it in a little bit. I think it's possibly because it's being dragged into 2 different locations. It doesn't like it because it's also equal force. It seems to glitch it out a bit. So, regardless though, 2 of them do seem more than capable at dragging this thing into the depths from whence it came. Okay. That's cool. I'll actually leave that to its business. And we're going to go all the way over here because I want to try something else out. That is so... like, slowly dragging it to its death. It's kind of horrific, honestly. Okay, so once again, we'll spawn in the Moors over here. So, more on our side. Hopefully that won't fire... oh, it is firing at them, damn it. Something it wasn't. Okay, we're gonna have to restart designer. I was just going to test it out versus the Thunderbird, because I wanted to see what happened against more of a competent vehicle, and to see if the glitch would happen. Ooh, I think that's too far away, the cable snapped. But yeah, there's no reason why the cables keep snapping on this, because the things we're using, which are these lovely little things, release after time, no limit, meaning that these things will never let go, no matter how close it gets, and it wants it to get as close as possible, because the desired range is 0. It does seem to just simply glitch out if there's more than one. I don't think that's anything more than a glitch. I don't know what to do there. So it doesn't seem like this is going to be a viable tactic, just because one ship on its own doesn't seem able to do it, and 2 of them just flat out break the winch and make it go at such a ridiculous speed, it makes ships disappear. So, regardless though, that's it for today. So, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff, helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly shows that From the Depths is a series you are still interested in. Thank you for watching, have a lovely day, do take care, until next time, goodbye.